Okay, so today we're going to talk about osteopenia, osteoporosis, low bone density. And so if you are a menopausal woman or if you're anyone who has been diagnosed with low bone density, this is a video for you. So I had one of my Patreon members, longtime Patreon members, who, religiously does my 10-minute workouts on Patreon. And I know that she does because she comments after every workout, which I love that about her, because even though we've been together for a couple years, and I've seen her a couple times on Zoom in my live classes. What works with her for her best are the 10-minute options, the 10-minute workouts, and she really has committed to the daily 10-minute workouts. And I love that about her, and I love so much that she tells me about each workout, and that's the reason why I can be her coach. And I love it because if you're going to pay for a membership, if you're going to pay for a workout membership, then you have to make sure that your teacher, your coach knows you. And my people know me very. It's so important to have a community and a coach. So anyway, if you can't do that, then the next best thing is to write to me after you do an online workout. Put a comment on that online workout, whether it's on AgeDEFY Online or on Patreon. Let me know how the workouts feel. And this person has always let me know how the workouts feel. So one of the things she tells me is, I skipped that movement. I didn't do this. I watched this one instead of doing this one. And she's doing that because when she came to me, she had been diagnosed with osteopenia, low bone density. Well, anyway, and there's even been a couple times that she's canceled her membership and started working with some bone density specialized people, but then somehow would always find her way back to me, and that's so great. Well, now she's reached out because she took another test, and compared to her numbers in 2023, her numbers have decreased, and she's very worried about it, and she wanted to know what I suggest, because I recently just posted a video of a success story of Judy. She's in her 60s, and she about 3 years ago started AgeDEFY because her doctors wanted her to go on medication to increase her bone density, and she just didn't want to do that. She wanted to see if she could do something on her own. So she started working out for the first time in her life, and now 3 years later her scans came back and her bone density has increased in her hips and her spine. She's also 5'1", and she wants to keep her height as she ages, and she has kept her height. So she's so excited. She owes it all to AgeDEFY. There's also Stephanie in her 70s, same thing. She's been with me for 5 years now, and she is the same way. She wanted to come and see if I could help her stay off the medication, help with her bone density, and her numbers have improved. And my Patreon student heard this video or saw this video and was like, wait, why isn't this working for me? And so she reached out and said, I need a plan like Judy, or I need you to tell me what's going on. Why is this happening to me? Well, I'm going to tell you, but I think I'm going to tell you in the next video, because this is getting longer than I thought it would be. But I needed to set the scene. I needed you to know my success stories and the love stories of AgeDEFY. I need you to know where I'm coming from. And so if this subject is for you, if you have osteopenia, porosis, or menopausal woman worried about the health of your bones and want another option other than just strength training, because listen, too much strength training is too much strength training, and it really is not the answer, because you have a greater risk of getting hurt by lifting weights than you lifting weights heavy enough and successfully enough to actually increase your bone density. So with that said, if you're interested in this subject and you want to hear more, go to part 2.